Welcome to Newsworthy Stories with Jacqueline Jimenez. If you've been in business for a while, then you know the importance of building relationships. Well, I came together with this global community known as the ICABA World Network, and it's a company that brings experts together, and we were able to do something magical and demonstrate the art of collaboration.
Four companies coming together, all a part of the ICABA World Network, each one strategizing on the best way to demonstrate the power behind collaboration. The goal? To highlight one of its members through story, to display the depth of expertise in this vast and global community. When it was complete, exclusively real estate, Norge Media, and Newsworthy Stories met at the VoiceBox Podcast and Creator Studio in Fort Lauderdale. That's where the 90-second story was created and presented to some of the members of the ICABA World Network's Founders Advisory Council in person and online.
All right. Drum roll. All right. Exclusively real estate with maximize the screen. Okay. All right.
Yes, please.
Says the video production man. All right. Okay, y'all ready?
I grew up around blueprints, so I have a natural affinity for real estate. My grandfather was a developer, so that's how I got involved in real estate. So that's what started our business almost 23 years ago.
Well, I got involved in real estate because before getting married 17 years ago, the first thing that my wife asked me to do is make sure that I get my real estate license. So it's been 17 years. Well, the things that we do at Exclusive Real Estate involves a variety of things. But one, we're very, very passionate about one most important thing, is helping you find a place that inspires your purpose.
How do we do this? We actually take the time to listen to our clients, find out their needs, find out what their goals are in order to help them meet their needs so that we can find places that inspire their purpose.
We actually help the client with our experience in code enforcement and title resolve a major title issue. They were buying a large investment, several $1,000,000, and we found out for that particular client that they had a deed restriction. They could not use the property after they purchased it. The lawyers didn't pick it up, but my wife, with her background in title, picked that issue up. In addition to that, we also saved that client about $70,000 in liens and fines based on the background that I have in code enforcement.
Our teamwork and collaboration has helped so many clients move forward, whether it's transforming lives, shaping communities, or achieving legacy. We find places that
Inspires your purpose. How can we help you in anything that you feel that is challenging for you in real estate? Give us a call. We're here to help you.
It was a really good flow. I really liked it. Very quality.
Victor, what do you think, sir?
Well, first of all, I want to thank Hutch and Jackie and Aaron and Jennifer, certainly for wanting to do this, to showcase the things that we do. I felt, looking at it for the first time, was very, very good. Putting all together the various components simultaneously and kind of putting into action our passion for people, and I think that's what they're going to do for you. And trying to put together your ideas, what's most passionate about the things that you do. Obviously, you're doing what you're doing because you're not just for the money, but you're passionate about something, and hopefully you're being compensated for it. I think they were able to do an amazing job in putting all these components together. The things that they want to accomplish for their clients, the thing they want the clients to accomplish. And I think Jackie and Errol, they were able to do that between the preps for it, as well as the video, how they put together the video and all the different components and putting the message out. And thanks to Hutch as well for caring enough to help us move our vision forward. Thank you.
All right, man. Good job, brother.
Great, thank you.
Now let us know if Bridget approves. I mean,
Yeah.
your opinion is.
My opinion doesn't really matter. The boss's opinion doesn't really matter.
It was time to hear from the experts on what went into creating the video and what to do with it now that it was complete.
We're all business owners and we understand how important content is and media is to reaching our target customers and our target audiences. You'd be maybe not so shocked to find out how many businesses are operating in spaces where they don't own their own likenesses, their own images, their blog posts, the things that we can then later monetize as other revenue streams of our business, but also keep infringers from copying what we're doing.
I really want to talk today a little bit about how we can take advantage of this video, as Hutch mentioned, and really looking at it from an integrated standpoint. And I want to start with rooting us in strategy. And that's kind of where I like to start everything. Before you do anything, we really should prepare our minds and prepare ourselves for what it is we're about to take on. To that end, I talk about what's called the Trifecta X formula as a baseline of everything that I move forward with from a marketing standpoint. The Trifecta X formula is people, brand, and technology. And so to open up this conversation, I want to just root us in people, brand, and technology.
You want to make sure your audio is on point 100%. If the video is bad, we'll still be watching it because we're listening. But if that audio is messed up, no matter how beautiful the image is, it's going to be turned off. So the key thing to remember is your audio has to be on point. And then before you actually concentrate on what's in front of you, always make sure of what's behind you, because we get so caught up that even that trash bin back there is going to say, oh man, I wish I had seen that. You know, or maybe that bra strap that was hanging out. You make sure you take care of all those details.
One of the things that we were sharing with Victor and Bridget was that tell us a story. Start off with the story. Don't introduce yourself. Don't say I'm Jacqueline Jimenez. Don't say I'm whoever. Start off with the story. Tell the people what they want first, and then maybe they'll stick around and hear whatever else you have to say. The one thing that was so beautiful, and I think we were a little spoiled, I have to admit, with Victor and Bridget, is that they were so natural. Okay, I know everyone can't be that natural, but they had what? They had each other to work off of. And that was really key for them. They could work off one another, and if you have someone you can do that with, that's great. But if you don't, you need to be able to project your voice. You need to be able to show confidence. If confidence is what you want to show.
It's one thing for you to talk about how cool you are, but we all expect for you to think that you're cool. But it's a whole nother thing for somebody else to say that you're cool. And so, like they say, a picture's worth 1,000 words. But somebody else talking about how great you are is worth a whole lot more than you. And so she has a really unique way for helping you to capture those things.
So we have to ask them the thought-provoking question to get that type of response.
Right.
So let's generate a question real quick, and I want to pull one of the actual IFAM members up to give an actual testimony. So I can show you guys what this booth looks like.
All right.
What's your question?
So the question is, in any of your engagements with ICABA, have you met anybody, got any information, or found any opportunities that have been helpful to you in terms of growing your business or career?
With this testimony booth, we can set it for 15 seconds of response, 30 seconds, 45, or 1 minute.
You better give it a minute.
Okay. Well, it's already set for 30 seconds right now, so letting you know that all you have to do is give a 30-second response. Okay, so you can just position yourself in front of the camera. Guess what this is, guys? It's a lead capture device. So if we're at an event and you said, bring your friends to come out to my event. Mm-hmm. You didn't get them at the door because they came as his guest. So when they leave their phone number or email, you're going to get on the back end a list of all of the people who use this device. Okay, so this is what I want you guys to know that actually happens with the device. So it's lead capture. He said he gets the video. Now the last thing is that Hutch is going to get a link to a gallery with all of the testimony videos that he gets a chance to keep. What can he do with them? He can put them on his social platforms, any of them. He also is able to put them on his website. And he also can, guess what? We were talking about communications today. Take these emails and take these videos and put them in your email.
I'm not going to be doing any major events anymore without Tamika's photo booth being there. If you do one event and you get a good, 12, 15 testimonials, you can ride that, for 6 months easy, if not a year or two, So this is a really valuable tool. Thank you, Tamika.
Thank you so much.
So joining me now to talk more about this collaboration is the Chief Servant Officer of the ICABA World Network, Jerome Hutchinson Jr., known to many as Hutch. Hi, Hutch. How's it going?
Hey, Jackie. I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. this was just, it came together so beautifully. It's one of those things where you know these people, you know they're good with at what they're doing, but we've worked in separate, on separate projects, but bringing us together, man, I just thought it came out really well.
Thank you. And you were such a valuable part of the team, Jackie. And it was really about, as you said, collaboration. ICABA, we're about connecting, collaborating, and building community. And so when you take, the Black entrepreneurs and leverage the individual talents that we have and activate them for the collective good, there is no limit to what we can accomplish. And that's really what the point was. And so you had yourself, Newsworthy Stories. We had Norwich Media doing video production. We had a Black-owned studio, Voice Box Studio, and I'm leaving somebody out. Who did I'm missing out on? I think it was
You?
and Tamika James also with 360, photo booth that was there. But everyone just kind of pitched in, played their role. And our other member, who was the subject of the video that you're talking about, Victor Biggs, and his wife, Brigette Jobson, exclusively real estate, walked away with a 90-second video to promote their business. And also Abdul Muhammad, another one of our members from Honduras. This is why we're kind of a global organization. The company just brought together people from all across the globe to not just give them the video, but give them the tips on how to use the video for digital marketing in order to generate awareness, engagement, and grow revenue.
And that was the key. I mean, to actually not only produce the story or the video, if you will, because it's more than a promo to me. It's a story. It's telling about your business through story. And I tell people, when you do that, then you'll be able to hold the attention of more people. If they think you're just selling them a product, not so much, right? But when you're telling that story and you're bringing it home and you're getting to know the people that you want to help you buy a home or buy commercial property or whatever the industry is, it's more than that. And that's what the key behind this art, if you will, the art part of collaboration is not just, oh, show me a commercial.
Yeah.
Tell me why I should get to know you.
Well, you're absolutely right. And I am corrected for eternity. It was telling your story, and you do such a great job of that. And people don't want to be sold anything, and they don't want to feel like you're hyping something to them. And so, as you mentioned, we helped Victor and Bridget to begin to outline just that. What is your story? What's your why? Why are you doing this? Why does it matter to the person that's listening? What is it that you bring value to that they will see that they can get from you that maybe they can't get from someone else? Such as when Victor talked about the fact that they were able to save one of their clients $70,000 because of zoning laws that he was aware of on this multi-million-dollar building that they were buying. And then those kind of things they make a difference. It makes people understand who you are, what you do, and more importantly, why they want to do business with you.
I can say that directly when it comes to the ICABA World Network. Okay. Anyone who's ever been to an ICABA World Network event, they automatically can connect you with passion. You have this passion and this desire to connect people. And because you have it, we have it. And it's like, the fruit doesn't fall far from the tree. Well, in this, I tell you're kind of the head coach, you're coaching us and, if you will, bringing us together, but you brought this platform together. And I thank you for it, because the one thing I like about the ICABA World Network is that you don't have to be in business by yourself. You're almost like a corporation. And that's what's so unique about ICABA to me, is you're actually around people you want to be around. You're not just in a room full of people you can't connect with. And I have found that every single, I started participating with the ICABA World Network because you asked me to cover a story. But really, it was after being in the room with all the expertise that was in that room that I was like, I want to be a part of this. I was like, I want to be one. I want to be a ICABA woman. And that takes a minute for me. I was like, I didn't do it, right away. It took me almost a year, I think, to join ICABA, but it was something that I was seeing that I wasn't seeing anywhere else. And so really fun to come together and demonstrate this, but not just to say, hey, look at what we did, but talk about that collaboration between the other experts in ICABA.
Well, the video story that we're talking about that was done, it was a initiative out of our Founders Advisory Network. And so you're part of the ICABA Founders Advisory Network, which is one of the programs that is a part of our community. We have an online ecosystem. We have a community, which is kind of like Facebook. We have a marketplace, which is like LinkedIn. And we've done over 300 events, since 2009. So we've been around for a while and we've been doing things. But your point, in terms of, people coming together, there's that cultural competency and relativity, or relevance that we have that I think that touches people. And the fact that, as you said, Jackie, we not only talk the talk, but we try to walk the walk. And use each other and do business with each other and share. That's why we call it the Founders Advisory Network, as an advisory to one another and also to others. And there's that saying that's our mantra. If you want to go fast, go by yourself. If you want to go far, go with others. And so we're going with each other in the art of collaboration, as you so accurately state here. And we're so happy to do that and to make sure that Black professionals and entrepreneurs have a way to be able to find each other, connect with each other, and collaborate in order to grow career, business, and expand. So we want to go from the startup to the growth to the exit strategy where you're getting paid and then you're going off and sipping pina colada somewhere when you're ready to kick back.
Well, that's a thing, on other platforms, business platforms, and I'll just say LinkedIn in particular, you've got thousands of people following you or, in your group, but you're not connecting with them. And you have given us a way to not only do that, but you also have something coming up called, the ICABA TV, where some of us who have podcasts and many people want to share their expertise, but don't have a platform to do that. So now we're going to have ICABA TV. Can you give us a little sneak peek on that?
Right. Well, absolutely. And so ICABA TV is for us, Black professionals and entrepreneurs, by us, Black professionals and entrepreneurs. And one of the great programs that will be on ICABA TV is this little show called Newsworthy Stories.
Really?
Actually, not so little either. And so our ICABA members are going to have a platform to amplify the great work that everybody is already doing, such as, what you're doing with Newsworthy Stories and the way that you've captured the imagination of the public to learn about people who they didn't know about and realize why they need to know them and what they could do with them. We're also very excited about ICABA TV being able to launch a brand new program called Millionaire Moves, the Wealth Choice. And
right.
So it's going to be another collaborative effort. And Millionaire Moves is a book that was written by Dr. William Picard, who is one of the leading entrepreneurs, business mogul in the country, multi-millionaire. He's a philanthropist, author, and also Dr. Dennis Kimbrough, who is the world's thought leader on Black success and wealth creation. And his book, The Wealth Choice, was written about, 5 or 6 years ago. He interviewed 1,000 Black entrepreneurs and 1,000 Black millionaires, to be more exact, and was able to determine what their, thoughts, their philosophy, their business habits. And now he shared this. Well, those two outstanding individuals and little old me are going to do a weekly show called Millionaire Moves, the Wealth Choice, talking about just that. How do you make millionaire moves in order to choose wealth creation for you, for your family, for your community? Meet the people that do it, find out what makes them tick, what makes things work, how did they make their millions? When you decide to choose to be wealthy, what are some of the things that you need to do? So you're going to get answers from the best and the brightest, with the ICABA Millionaire Moves on ICABA TV, Millionaire Moves to Wealth Choice. So we're really excited about that. And that's going to be one of the signature events that's going to kick off our Black Professionals Month, which is coming up in October.
And, I have interviewed Dr. Picard because of you. And I've also, produced a news story around him. And so if you want to learn more about Dr. Picard, you can always go to my Newsworthy Stories YouTube channel. It's a great story, just getting to you could listen to him all day long, quite frankly. I mean, he's just somebody you really just, if you could, you would sit at his feet, and just kind of listen, to what he's saying and just to get to know him. And, that's what stories does. It allows people to get to know you even before they meet you. And I really encourage you to participate, get to know Jerome Hutchinson Jr., connect with him on LinkedIn, connect with him on the ICABA World Network page. We have a group. Come see what the other people are doing in the group.
I would love to, connect with you. And I think one of the things I want to really drive home is that, networking is very important. But beyond networking, it's really about the relationships. And so we try to drive home, we're not a bunch of people standing around passing out business cards to one another. We're really talking, engaging. And I always say that the best way, in order to be successful at networking is it's not what you seek, it's what you share. Okay. When you share something of value, the world has a way of giving that value back to you. And so if you really want to build relationships that are going to be lasting, they're going to be fulfilling and productive, find ways to be able to provide value to someone. And when you do that, you'll find people are going to want to do business with you. They're going to want to know you, and they're going to want to connect with you. And that's what we focus on with ICABA. It's really about the relationship building piece, not just the connecting. So that's why we go connect, collaborate, and then we build community. And it's really exciting. And Jackie, you're always inspiring me because you every time we talk, you've got these ideas, do this and that. But that's what the collaboration is about. And that's how we push each other, we challenge each other, we inspire one another. And you're just so great at that.
Well, I appreciate that because when I talk about, and we've been talking about the Brown and Beyond Business Conference here for several weeks in a row. We've been doing a series on it. And I know that we were talking about, as a group, the FITSE. And how important, even as a group, that when we go to FITSE, we're going to look at not only how we can connect individually with internationally, but even as, this global community that you've created, how, we've already got people, like you said, in Honduras and in other countries. So how does FITSE play into, and what's the importance of coming together as a group at FITSE?
Well, as a matter of fact, ICABA is going to be a part of FITSE as well. We have a membership and we're members of, and they're members of us, the Atlanta Black Chambers. And the Atlanta Black Chambers has a separate, if you will, group called the Global Opportunities Committee, Global Opportunities Committee. And they have a connect group on the ICABA community. So they're using the ICABA community as a way to communicate. And so they're going to be here with a number of their members who are flying in to be at FITSE October 4th and the 5th. And as a matter of fact, on the Friday the 6th, they're going to bring and we're going to meet with them and some other folks and introduce them to some of the Black business leaders here in South Florida during the ICABA TV launch and reception on October 6th. So we're definitely involved. We'll be there at FITSE. We support the Broward County Office of Economic Development, who's also a member of ICABA, and connecting us to businesses across the world is something that's just critically important. The geographical boundaries, the physical boundaries that used to be there when it came to export, import business and trade are gone, and you really, if you're not thinking, about your business being something that you can sell to somebody across the world as easy as somebody across the street, then you might want to stop and really think about it. I mean, not everyone can, so I'm not want to suggest that everybody can sell internationally, but many people can if they kind of break that paradigm shift and not just thinking about what they can do here in domestically, but really stop and think, hey, you know what? I sell a lot of products via the website or through the internet. Well, if you're selling through the internet and all your business is in a certain state or in a certain country, why not, make yourself available and go out and try to talk to people in other countries that may want to also buy your product or service as well. So there you go.
Yeah, I love that. I do want to, before I forget to ask this question, when you have this launch of ICABA TV, is it something that other people can participate and come and see, even if they're not an ICABA member, or do they have to be an
Oh,
ICABA member?
absolutely. We're going to invite the world to come. And
Okay.
we'll, love for everybody to show up. And we're going to send out the first announcement on that Tuesday, right after Labor Day. And love to see everybody.
And you know what's great about the ICABA World Network, and I could be like stepping on my toes here if or your toes, one of the whoever's toes, but the great thing about the ICABA World Network is that it makes it accessible to the world, because all of his in-person events that I have been to have been hybrid. And I think that's also because you're global.
Well, Jackie, we are global, and so you're a part of making that happen as well. And so this will be a streamed event, and so the folks will be able to participate virtually with the launch of ICABA TV and our reception, as well as those folks will be in person.
Yeah, I just, that's one of my favorite things. I have to tell you that everyone just can't be there, but they would like to be.
Yeah.
And so you've made that possible. And I'm able to get to know people, especially like at the Atlanta Chambers. I have family in Atlanta. So when I go there, I could certainly connect with them. It's not in person, knowing a relative that's there, I can connect them to her
Yeah.
because she's in the hotel business, and the person I'm thinking, I've got so many people in Atlanta, it's not even funny. But I just wanted to introduce you once again and bring up the fact, the ICABA World Network is there. Uh, give you another peek at Jerome Hutchinson Jr., Chief Servant Officer of the ICABA World Network. It is not a networking group, it is a company. This is a global community, and he is behind it. And we're just bringing that message forward, so you can understand that you don't have to be, even if you are a solopreneur, you can be a corporation in the ICABA World Network, because that's what it feels like. It feels like when I need somebody, I don't even have to hesitate, because I can just go to the office down the hall, as in my mind, and connect with the person that I need to reach. When we covered the Broward and Beyond Business Conference. Errol Lyons was there too, and we were able to, cover that and just bring people together. So that's what you do when you collaborate. You don't just go to networking groups or be a part of a global community of things. You build relationships to collaborate. That's the key. Don't be afraid to do that, because look what happens. Something beautiful, something magical. Thank you for your leadership, Mr. Hutchinson.
Thank you, Jackie, and continue doing a great job. Newsworthy Stories is, sometimes we really hit a home run when it comes to our brand, and you definitely have done just that, because everything that you do and that you produce and that you share is a newsworthy story.
I appreciate it. I look for those great heroes. My difference makers. You're one of them.